The message arrived while she was sitting across from me, smiling like nothing in the world had ever touched her. My phone vibrated once, silent, precise. I didn't look down immediately. I watched her instead, the way her fingers circled the rim of her coffee cup, the way her eyes avoided mine for half a second too long. That half second mattered. I felt it before I understood it, something cold sliding under my ribs, settling in. Instinct, the kind you don't argue with if you've survived long enough. "Everything okay?" she asked. Perfect tone, perfect concern. I nodded. I always nodded. Inside, something shifted, a quiet click, like a lock engaging. The cafe noise faded. I could hear my own breathing, controlled, measured. I finally glanced at my phone, a single line from an unknown number. "You deserve to know who she really is." No explanation, no proof, just the weight of implication. I looked back at her smile. It hadn't changed. That was the problem. In that moment, I didn't feel anger or fear, just clarity beginning to form, slow, sharp, irreversible. Whatever truth was coming, it wasn't going to ask permission, and I already knew one thing with certainty. If she was lying, she was very, very good at it. I told myself it was nothing, a prank, a mistake, someone else's drama brushing too close. She reached for my hand, warm, familiar, reassuring. "I'm glad you're here," she said. The words landed wrong, too rehearsed, like lines delivered after too many takes. That night I replayed moments I'd ignored, the late evenings, the phone turned face down, the sudden need for privacy dressed up as independence. None of it was proof, but together it formed a shape. I didn't confront her, I didn't ask questions. I watched. She laughed the same way, touched my arm at the same moments, told the same stories with the same emotional emphasis. That consistency was unsettling. If she was hiding something, she wasn't panicking. She was comfortable, and that meant it wasn't new. The next message came 2 days later. "A second life fits neatly between your blind spots." Still no name, still no evidence, just pressure. I began to understand the betrayal wasn't only emotional, it was strategic, intentional. She hadn't slipped, she had constructed something parallel to me, and I had been walking beside it, unaware. Denial is quiet. It doesn't scream, it whispers excuses until you stop questioning the sound. I stopped listening. I moved carefully, no sudden changes, no suspicion in my voice. At dinner, I smiled back. In bed, I kept my breathing steady. When she left the room, I counted seconds. Patterns emerged quickly once I was looking for them. The phone records were clean, too clean. Messages deleted, gaps where conversations should have been, a second device hidden behind practicality. I didn't touch it at first. I memorized where it was. Trust, once cracked, turns into analysis. I followed without following, watched reflections instead of faces, learned routes, learned timing. There was someone else, I saw that much, but the deeper truth waited beneath that obvious layer, and I knew better than to stop at the surface. I ordered the test quietly, paid extra for speed. Precision costs more. I didn't mind. Externally, I was calm, dependable, present. Internally, every piece slid into place with mechanical certainty. This wasn't passion, it was planning. She hadn't betrayed me impulsively, she had replaced me methodically. That realization hurt less than I expected. It made everything cleaner. I won because I no longer needed her to be anything at all, and that freedom was absolute. The results arrived in an unmarked envelope, plain, unemotional, scientific. I read them once, then again. Then I folded the paper neatly and placed it back inside. I felt nothing. That was how I knew it was real. That evening I set the table like always, same plates, same wine, same illusion. She talked, I listened. She laughed, I observed. After dinner, I placed the envelope between us. "What's this?" she asked. I didn't answer immediately. Silence does more damage than accusations. "Open it," I said. Her fingers trembled before she noticed they were trembling. The color drained from her face as she read. Her mouth opened, closed, opened again. "I can explain," she whispered. I nodded. Not in agreement, in acknowledgement. "I know," I said. "You've been explaining for a long time." She cried, soft at first, then messy. Apologies stacked on top of justifications. I didn't interrupt. I didn't need to. When she finally stopped, the room felt hollowed out. "I never meant to hurt you," she said. That was the lie she believed most. "I know," I replied. "You meant to protect yourself." She looked at me then, really looked, and for the first time she understood something had shifted beyond repair. "I already told him," I continued calmly. "Everything. Timelines. Evidence. He didn't know about me either." Her breath caught. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't threaten. I just removed the blindfolds. I stood, collected my keys. "You built this," I said. "I'm just stepping out of it." She reached for me, missed. Power doesn't announce itself. It leaves quietly. Outside, the air felt sharper, cleaner. I walked without urgency, without regret. Betrayal only destroys you if you stay inside its gravity. I had proof, I had truth, and most importantly, I had distance. Her smile would fool someone else now. Her words would find a new target, not me. I